Good morning, my fellow traders. Hope you all enjoying your weekend. So this weekend's video is going to be a bit longer as we had some amazing trades this last week. And we're going to do analysis of NATGAS, gold, silver, crude oil. But before that, in the first part, if you want to listen it, I'm going to show you all the trades I've taken, all the trades I've mentioned in my priority group, the trades I normally talk about in my public videos in YouTube, in my live sessions, the trades I've avoided and why I've not taken those trades, some trades that didn't play out, everything I'm going to talk about in the first part of this video. So the first part is going to be really beneficial for you as you're going to see lots of things, you're going to learn lots of things, how and why I take those trades. Now, I do daily analysis of NATGAS, gold, silver, crude oil, sometimes other metals, and sometimes there is no entries every day. But I keep you informed if the direction changes. But the weekend's video, here you get an opportunity to see when the condition forms, how I take those trades. And then you can learn that if there is conditions, there is no ifs, there is no buts, you go for it. If there is no condition, we wait. That is something we've been doing in natural gas from last so many weeks. No conditions. But we had one which I've shown you and I'm going to show you next as well. And I'm also going to talk about a massive move we had here in silver. This big move was already predicted to my members, been warned to my members that expect this move. And how I mentioned this move, why I've mentioned this move, I'm going to talk about that as well. And there is a lot more to learn in this first part. I'm going to talk about some metals like platinum, USCOCOA, what to expect next from USCOCOA, and palladium, some zones that played out, some indices. I'm going to show you the entries, how we taken those trades, everything you're going to see. And not only that, what has happened. I'm going to give you some tips that what to expect next from these big commodities so that you can have some overview what to expect throughout next week. So it's going to be really beneficial for you if you want to and decide to learn trading in more efficient manner, and if you want to learn something out of that. But if you are someone who say, cut this crap, I just want to look at the analysis, then you can always skip it to the timestamp you can see in the description, and in the timeline you can see in front of you. Feel free to skip that if you don't want to watch it. First, I want to talk about platinum. Now, trading is all about observations, and once you observe the market, you look for the conditions. Once you find the conditions, you look for your entries. Once you set your entries, you look for your targets. So that is something I call a good trader if you follow all these four. And with that, of course, we have a risk management that comes once you take your entry. Now, here, I've been sending this report to my members from last couple of weeks, a zone below and a zone above. That was a weak level. But why have we entered the trade here and why we haven't got any entry here? Now, first, I want to show you the report that was sent to my members. Right here, this was the report I've sent to the members. Now, last week when I was making this report, the price was inside of this zone. The week before that, the price was already up. So this week I mentioned that price is now inside a structural area, and this is the well-tested zone from where now I'll be looking for my entry conditions. Once my conditions are met, we're going to take the trades. Now, what do you see here? You see a nice engulfing candle. You see a nice pin bar. You have these conditions. Now, the price was already inside the zone. That was the observation. We were observing the market, and then the price formed the pin bar and engulfer. We have a condition. Then we are what? We are taking the entries. Right here, we are taking the entries. We set stops and target. And now the 1-to-1 target has been hit. Now you like, okay, I'm going to enter two trades, one with 1-to-1, one with 1.4-to-1, exactly like this. And then you say, I'm going to enter one more trade that can go all the way up to this zone till where I'm setting the targets, till where the next level of resistance lies. Now, here you have entered A, the market hit, you take profit, you are out, and then you move your stop loss to break even to play safe. Now, this trade also hit, you take profit, you move your stop loss to break even, this one, and secure all your profits till here. In case the price pushes down, you are at least getting this profit. But luckily, you got another profit hit. So that is how you do your risk management. As well, if you are trading, extract full juice out of the market. And if you know how to do your good risk management. So that is something I want to teach you. This is the report sent to the members. We were already prepared to take an entry, and that perfectly plays out. Of course, if that wouldn't play out, it would have hit your stop loss. That is done. We are out of the trade. So the trade that nicely plays out follows the condition, follows the rule, and it now pushed up. Now, like I said, I promised you I'm going to give you a tip. Now it is now at the level of major structure resistance. Keep an eye on this resistance zone. As you can see, these numbers, it is an area from where I'm now expecting a possible fall out of. Now, this is something I call a taking trades from your zone. That is called a trend continuation. The zone is broken. We are now looking to take another trade. Last week, this zone didn't play out. Very good example. We had a bearish engulfer in this resistance. So last week before this one, this level was resistance. Now, this trade didn't play out, but did I hang on with my trades? No. If the stop loss is hit, I'm not buying this market because direction has changed. With that, we have a condition. Now, all this loss will be recovered massively if you follow a good risk management. So, a very good example here. If the trade won't go in your favor, come out, look for the next conditions. Then we have one more nice commodity that plays out perfectly fine, which is right here, sugar. Now, similar as platinum, sugar was also inside my area, and as you can see, we were only looking for the sell conditions. And now I'm going to show you sugar right here. Now, what do you see here? Now, some of my traders, they trade on Pepperstone platform. Here we have a perfect condition, but we do have here on Oanda as well. So on Oanda, I've mentioned that if you're not an aggressive trader, make sure you enter at the half of this candle. As you can see, price or barely hit the half of this candle, and then it nicely pushed down, hitting nice profits. That was almost 1.3 to 1 reward to risk ratio, not a blind trade. The zone was there. We were already prepared. On the same day, it forms a condition. Now, if you say, Omar, how can we believe you that you have actually said that to your members? Now, let's see the clip from my live session where I've confirmed this entry. Questions that was sent to you in the report, but on your platform that has formed a bearish engulfing candle. So that is a sell signal, and that looks good to me. And from here, I'm expecting further fall out of sugar. If you want to enter less aggressively, you can always enter at the pullback half of this candle and then go short using 1 ATR for the target. For the bigger target, keep your stop loss above the wick. Perfect. So when there is condition, I say take it. And if there is no condition, I say wait for it. That is what trading is all about. Now, after the 2 winning trades, I want to show you one more, which is right here. Now, that didn't play out. That was a good conference. We had a nice possible formation of head and shoulder pattern that has been formed. Looks like it from this candle, but let's see if the stop loss is still not hit yet with a bigger target, because I use bigger targets if I go for commodities entries. But if my take profit hit first, I come out and manage my trade. But in this case, my trade is still active. Now, let's see how this goes. This is something I want to show you as well, that if, let's say, the price goes against me, I have my stop loss protection there to protect my account. That is something, reality of trading. Not every trade can go straight away in your favor. It can still give you some pain before it moves in your favor. Talking about pain, let me show you one more trade that barely hit my stop loss and then it moves back down in take profit right here. This was the trade was clearly mentioned to members. Now, the previous live session, not this one, I've mentioned that we are in the range. Once we are broken down from the range, in that case, we are only selling this market. Now, as you can see, when the market was accumulating right here, it either push up or it either pushes lower. It does two things. In this scenario, we have a breakdown below. Now, what are we looking at? We have a sellers in control. We are only selling this market. So what do we have? A pullback and a bearish engulfer. And we set stops and target according to my ATR. ATR is really important in trading. The way I set my stops and target, add some numbers with that. Every different strategies has different amount of ATR, which I teach to my students, which I can't explain in a single video. But in general, one ATR is something I look at. But for my strategies, I add some number. And that is the benefit you see. It didn't hit my stop loss, barely hit my stop loss, and then hitting my take profit. Now, if you say, Omar, how can we believe you that you have actually set this trade? Now, let me show you the clip from a live session that was mentioned and set live in my members only live session. So that looks valid to me. And according to that, 49 pips is your stops and target above and below like this. So that's a valid entry, new low, pullback, bearish engulfer. So that looks good to me. Found one entry here. Likely chance the price is going to push down. Perfect. So you see the power of patience and not getting panic. I was not panic here. I've accepted the loss here. When the price was here, I say, okay, let it hit my stop loss. Doesn't matter. So that is a good example for you guys. If you're not in my live session, I'm giving you this tips that it is an accumulation range, and wherever it breaks, that give you signals where the price is heading to. That similar thing has happened in copper. Now, right here, as you can see, now if you're a member, this is something I've shown, not this week, not last week, I think so week before that. Now, copper was in the range, smaller range for a while, then it broke out. Now, here I was more interested to buy this market. Now, this was an aggressive entry. Now, we had this engulfer and barely hit my stop loss and pushes back up. Now, that would have hit my take profit of 1-to-1 if I go 1-to-1, but now, don't take this trade at this point. It might reverse from here. My risk management is different, so don't copy this at this point. But I want to show you how it breaks out of accumulation and then start pushes up. A very good example of here to look for your trades. Accumulation right here, break below, and then we sell the market. Accumulation right here above 50 EMA, break above, we buy the market. Similar thing is happening with crude oil. Similar thing is happening with natural gas, which I'm going to get to in a while. So that is something we call taking the trades with conditions and observing the market, then entering the market, then managing your risk. Now, one more amazing trade I want to show you. Now, first of all, this is a pullback strategy I teach to my student. If you have spotted that, you are awesome. You have taken this trade. You have made some money. Now, we were also prepared for this zone from where the price can likely to fall, reject, and that has happened. Now, in my live session, in my members only live session, I've said that we are only buying this pair till we get to this level, and only if we have a pullback engulfer. Now, this engulfer was not valid, but it is valid for me. Look at FXCM data, which I also look for my entry, and the trade alert sent to the members also based on FXCM data and Oanda and IC market. So I look at valid conditions there. If you say that's not an engulfer, I looked at on FXCM, that is a valid entry. Now this entry is not an alien for you. If you follow me on YouTube, I talk about these entries a lot. If you're not patient enough to wait for an entry, you are just losing money. You say, Omar is talking about same thing every day. Why can't he just say buy or sell here? Now, I'm showing you these entries in front of you where I say that buy or sell without ifs, without buts. And that is something you need to learn. If there is condition, there is no need to go sideways. Now, let me show you the clip from a live session and then we can take it from there. EURUSD, keep an eye on the level above. We are approaching a major structure resistance that was sent to you in the report, and once the price forms engulfers or double top, we are selling this market. Till then, we are only buying with pullbacks and engulfer. That is all we are looking at. We keep looking for buy trades only for EURUSD with pullbacks, and we are only going long for this pair. Perfect. So as you can see, this was the zone sent to the members last week, and I was looking at this key level to sell this market. And what do you see here? All the way from this level. And if you look here, that was also a nice major structure level from where I was looking to sell this market. We do have this bearish candle forming as well, from where we can see a further fall out of this pair. But I've said that we are only buying if there is a pullback and if there is an entry condition. What do you see here? You see a nice bullish engulfing pattern, right? I went a few pips below and that nicely hit my 2-to-1 reward to risk ratio target. What else do you need? I've exited my trade a little bit below the zone because I knew we're going to see a likely rejection. Now, why I have not entered my trade here? Even though I knew that price is going to fall, how much it falls from here all the way from this wick till today's date, 123 pips. Because there is no entry condition for me to sell this market. Now, if you're someone who is not my student, who is just my member, who is just looking for extra confidences, and you just use my zone, for you, it might be an entry. You might sell quickly here aggressively and you might have captured 100 pips. But for me, the way I follow my rules, the way I teach my students, for me, that was a buy signal, not sell signal here. But still, I'll be looking to sell this market. If the price go up to the zone again forms a condition, we're gonna sell this market. Again, one more tip for you guys, the zone above I've just shown you, keep an eye on this zone if you want to take an entries, but follow your conditions. Now you look at this entry that was not sent as an alert. Now I'm going to show you the entries that was sent as an alert. Same condition, a clear condition, that is your favorite pair, which is right here, GBPUSD. This was a trade alert that was sent to the members that we have an entry condition, a good example of pullback entry bullish. And what do we have? A nice pullback entry bullish. It pushes up, pushes back down, and then it broke above and hit the massive targets. Now on this pair, I've managed my trades till these highs. I've exited my trade because that's the level till where I'm expecting the price to get to in my platform. If you look here, that is nice 1.6 to 1 reward to risk ratio. But for the beginners, I recommend go 1-to-1 initially. Learn, then have some good amount of winning trades. Once you are confident, then start managing your trades. A good example of a nice pullback entry bullish, push down, a pullback, one more entry, that would have hit your take profit as well. But I don't like to enter two trades very quickly when I have a good winning trade. But again, that's a valid entry, and again, that would have hit your take profit as well. If you are my student, you know that is a valid pullback entry. So a good trade that was sent to members. One more trade I've sent to the members, which is this one. This was sent on 2nd of June. The other one was second on 3rd of June. Right here, as you can see, I don't like this pair. That's why I didn't want to manage this trade. Plus, let me tell you why I've not managed this trade. Number one, this was the trade alert sent to the members that hit my take profit. When I don't like the pairs, I go for the less risk. And here, that was a low risk trade, but that also hit my take profit. Now, the reason is, we had a good structure that was formed from where the price already bounced up. If you look here on daily time frame, that was a good structure level. So that is why I don't want to go for the bigger target. At least I would have gone till this wick. That would have hit as well 1.3 to 1, but I've kept 1.1 to 1. That is the risk management I do sometime when I have a good winning trades. And when the pair is not well, I just go 1 to 1. That is all you need to learn as well. And then, as you can see, we have a double bottom and how nicely the price pushed back up. I have not entered this double bottom, but this bearish engulfer was opposite of bullish engulfer I've just shown you. That is something we learn every day, and that is how you need to take your trades. Now, I want to show you exact similar trade we have here on GBPUSD. This was the trade I've just shown you that was sent to the members. Now, my group is for you to learn, not just to copy all my trades. Now, this week was a perfect week for me because we had some good entries I've just shown you. Now, the last week, we had just one entry. That was a winner. Fortunately, CAD JPY I've shown you in last weekend's video. Just one trade, nothing else I had. That is what we call trading. There is no opportunity you don't need to enter in the market. This week, we had lots of opportunities, and I've just shown you how I've taken some trades. Now, some trades are running. I've just shown you the one USCOCOA. And now this trade, GBPUSD, and one more trade that was going in the same direction, which is NZDUSD, which is right here. Now, if you are a member, this is something I've already mentioned to my members in the live session. Now, this is not sent as an alert, but this was mentioned in my live session that we can expect a possible pullback and engulfer NZDUSD. But for now, since the price made a new high, pullback above 50 EMA followed by engulfer. If we have that above 50 EMA, we are gonna go long from here. So only buying this pair if with a pullback and engulfing candle. Now, when the price was here, did I know that if price gonna form a pullback and a condition? I had no idea. But I have my experience that now we can likely get an entry, and I'm only buying this market if condition forms. Now, the condition forms exactly here and exact same as GBPUSD. We had a nice take profit hit, and as you can see, that was also for me 1.6 to 1 reward to risk ratio. What else do you need from the market? Don't just enter every single trade you see in the market. Look at lots of things when you take your trades, when you do your analysis. If you have 2 to 4 winning trades in a week with a good risk to reward ratio, you don't need to just keep on pumping the money in the market. Slow down and wait. So, good example of one more winning trade is right here, and that was yet another amazing week. Take profit in the market is very important. If you're not taking your profits and you're just looking at the market with the FOMO, you are just gambling in the market. A very good example of natural gas. The market is still open when I'm recording this video. I normally do it over the weekend, but today I was free, and that's a long video I need to record. Now here, this was a trade I've shown you in the first part of the video. Exact same pullback entry you see here. And what do you see here? All the trades I've shown you. GBPUSD, exact same pullback entry, right? And what do you see here? Exact same pullback entry. I can show you multiple entries, and that is what we need to follow. NATGAS formed a signal, take profit 1, take profit 2, and I'm not sure how it's going to go and if it's going to hit my take profit 2 or not. But it never hit my stop loss yet on take profit 1, but still it is running. It might hit my take profit 2 and I will come out. I'm not going to just hang on with my trades and just look at the market like monkeys. No, take your profits. Look for the next opportunity. What if the price hits your take profit and quickly falls? Exactly same we had in GBPUSD. Your take profit is hit. You have a better reward to risk ratio. 100 pips move. For me, that was good move. And why you want to still hang on with the trades? If take profit is hit, in this case, all the profits will be eaten. What is the point of trading in the market? So good example here, and that is something we can see on natural gas. Now, the last one I'm going to show you, US indices. Now here, this was something I mentioned in my live session, that we are looking at this area for the possible double top. We are getting a triple top when the market is open. Now we can see another fall from this index, but it is something one of the member asked me questions. But let me show you first what I've said in that live session. Then I'm going to show you what had happened here. A weak level. So for a confirmation, what you need to do, just simply mark your rejection zone, a box like this, and wait till the price get to this level. From where look for bearish engulfers or a 382 candle. Pin bar, inverted hammer, whatever you want to call it, and then we're going to sell it. For now, I'm expecting a price to head higher to at least 5,967, goes up to 6,000. Perfect. So as you can see, it nicely forms a bearish candle, bearish double top, stop loss above the wick, which is right here above the zone. That is enough. And as you can see, your take profit is barely hit 1-to-1 take profit, and that is 445 pips move. And you know how much move and how much profits indices can give you, and that pushes back up again. Now if the profits was not, if you have not taken your profits here, or if you have not moved your stop loss to break even, that would be all lost, or your profit would be eaten. That is why very important to cut your profits. And as you can see in the live session, we had this condition forms, we were looking at the zone, and that nice. Now lastly, two more trades. One is EURAUD and one is CAC 40 index. The trades I was clearly mentioned in the live session. And one more trade, a good example, where if you have not taken your profits, the results would be dramatic. Once you have a good reward to risk ratio, there is no need to hang on with the trades. A good 70 pips here, and CAC 40 right here, we had this double bottom action, and that nicely pushed up and breakout as well. So there was a move mentioned in the live session. Let me quickly show you how we predicted this move in the live session. And nothing was with a guess. Everything was with conditions. Polishing golf, I have not sent this as an alert. If you want to take it, it's totally up to you. That was a risky trade, but that was a valid entry on my own platform. My targets looks like this. We are now in the level of support. We have a double bottom kind of action with this engulfing candle. So looking at that, there's a good chance the price will bounce up from here. So perfect. So that is what we call taking your trades with condition, without ifs, without buts. Now in the end, I'm going to talk about my AI trading bot. Now I've already mentioned that if you want to get access to this bot, you can go to my website, moneymarkets.uk. That is broker section, and right here we have your brokers, whichever you want to join. Make sure you look at these brokers. That is for UK clients, and Forex is one of my favorite one as well. I've met them personally, and they accept the clients all over the world, accept USDT payments as well. Switch markets and IC markets for EU, use the lower link. For the UK, use the upper link. VT markets accept all the clients. So once you join them, you get access to my AI bot, and minimum deposit 1K, just to mention. Now this bot is running fine. That's totally up to you how you want to manage this bot. It gives a signal recently on natural gas. I've designed this bot especially for NatGas, gold, major commodities, major crypto, and major Forex space. And right here, this bot has formed a signal on capital.com when I was in a live session. So just to show you that it happens during my live session, and it is not a lagging bot. It gives you signal when it detects the volume. You can also tweak this bot according to your own choice, which is something I'm going to mention. I'm going to make a full video of that next week, but just to show you that happened here in the triangle that pushes up, hit your take profit. That was a good scalp if you're using this bot. So that was a NatGas live trade. I just want to show you quickly in the live session, then I'm going to come back and speak about this. Yes, that's on 4 hour, and that is active. So let's see how this goes. Again, I'm not totally relying on this bot, but it has given a signal. Perfect. So as you can see, it happened live, and that hit your take profit. So get access to this bot. That is the brokers you need to join if you're actively trading, and then you can get access to this bot. But it is something that is not yet live for the membership, but if you want to get it, you can still pay in crypto, and you can also get an access, 1 year access on your TradingView platform. That is not a yearly price. Yearly price is different. For that, just email me at support@moneymarkets.net, and then we can take it from there. I'll let you know how you can get access to it. It is working really well with NatGas, and I want to show you gold trades as well. Now, if you look here, gold right here, it forms a signal that hit your take profit. It forms a sell signal right here. That didn't play out. It hit stop loss, but like I said, you can tweak the bot. When it gives signal, it is going in that direction. That is something it tells you because it detects the volume. Now, even though the take stop loss is hit quickly and then price pushes down, you can always tweak your bot by setting risk to reward longer. If you want to have a bigger stop loss, you can set that from here. It is something I'm going to mention in my separate video of this spot. So that nicely hit the take profit here. Recent signal right here that happened just on 2nd of June. That nicely pushed up, hit your take profit. If you look here, that also plays out nicely, and if I look here, that also plays out nicely. So it has been given some badass trades in gold and also in natural gas. A signal happened here on capital.com. I want to show you right here, a signal happened here on capital.com. That is something that is playing out perfectly fine. That is a live running signal. This plays out, and it might plays out or not. That's something you can see next week, but that's a signal triggered. It is live right from here. Take profit is right here. So that is something for you. If you want to join it over the weekend, make sure you make an account here and just let me know once you make your account with a minimum deposit of 1K. Just DM me on Instagram. You can find all my socials right here, or you can always get in touch with me by clicking contact us, and it will take you this page. You can write your email and you can write your message, and once you're ready with your account, and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. With that being said, let's start our analysis with NatGas, gold, silver, crude oil, starting with natural gas. So let's start with capital.com. Price just finally broke out of this triangle pattern. But let me show you the clips from my last video so that we can connect the dots from there, and you will learn what I've been telling you from last couple of weeks and how my decision and my bias was never changed. The more the touches we get, the stronger this pattern will get, and I'm mainly looking here on daily time frame as well. So we still need to see a close, a complete and solid close to see a confirmation. The price will then likely to push up on 4 hours. Solid close with a solid body is must. We don't want to see a wick like this. These are just a fake out. So make sure you see a solid close. Once we have that, we are good to go long. But for entries, close itself is an entry, but that is very risky and aggressive entry. The better entry is close, retest, engulfer. That is a confirmation the price is going to push up, and if that happens, we are looking at the level above on AUDCHF. That candle closed as an engulfing candle, means that is my buy signal, but this could be a signal that price will push up from here. Now looking at a good volume in the candle like I've just shown you. Now that is a valid entry according to my rules, and with that I'm looking at least 60 points push up, which is 1 ATR, and then it can go up to 2 ATR, which is 120 pips points. So that is my valid signal, but that is going to be weak signal. It's totally up to you if you want to take it. In general, we are now bullish, and we can see a possible continuation at least to this recent highs, and then this high, and then we can see a possible. But now according to my rules of entry, this is my valid pullback entry bullish. If you're someone who want to take a risk, that's totally up to you. That's going to be very risky trade since it is still not completely broken above. But looking at the new highs, the bulls are trying to push the market higher. So 1 ATR will be my initial target, or safest will be stop loss below the wick and 1-to-1 for my take profit. So we are still in the range of this triangle, and we need to see a breakout. And exactly same on NEMEX right here, struggling to break above or below. Break above with a pullback and engulfer is something for me to go long. Target 1 ATR has been hit, and then we have a second target that I'm expecting a price to get to, talking about on AUDCHF platform. So keep an eye on this current candle. It must close strongly for the bullish continuation. Talking about NEMEX as well, not closed above yet. Make sure you see a solid close, and this accumulation must be broken. Once that happens, we can see a big bounce. The longer the accumulation you see, the bigger the move you can expect out of the certain particular commodity. Perfect. So every time I've been telling you that I'm still looking to buy this market. The reason number one, we had the price trading above 50 EMA. Now my rule is very simple. When the price is trading above 50 and 20 EMA, mainly above 50 EMA, I never look for my sell trades. So that is the rule you need to follow. If you follow my technical analysis, when the price is above 50 EMA, I always look for buy condition. Doesn't matter what's happening in the world. I don't care, because I've been trading NatGas from last 3 to 4 years on YouTube, and you guys have been following me for the last couple of years. You know that most of the time price reacts nicely, technically talking about NatGas only. Now, the lesson to learn here, we had lots of noise in the market, the price is going to fall. We had lots of people sending me messages, some keyboard warriors that why are you buying NatGas, where we had lots of news that it's going to fall or crash. But I was saying that I'm still buying NatGas. Now, we had an entry condition. If you are someone who followed me from last couple of years, I look at my entries, and as you can see, we have already entered right here. This entry was shown to you in my last few videos, and then we had a nice fall. Didn't hit my stop loss. After take profit 1 was hit, I was looking at take profit 2. But for someone who is a panic trader who gets scared, they might have exited their trade right here in the fear the price is going to crash, because we are not confident for your analysis. Once you set to take profit and stop loss, let the trade run until it hit your stop loss or take profit. So my take profit 1 was hit already, that was shown to you, and take profit 2 was right here. By the way, if you're someone who trades on Pepperstone, few of my students, they trade on Pepperstone, the take profit according to my stops and target has been hit already, and that was also mentioned in my Discord group. And we had a nice entry with condition. Now when I say we are bullish, doesn't mean you just hang on with the trades. It means you are going to take your profits at some time. Now at this point, once my take profit is hit, that has been hit, number 1 has been hit. This is take profit number 2, which I've already closed because I don't like to hold NATGAS over the weekends. Now right here, market can do anything when it opens. It can open below in gap dramatically, it can open above in gap dramatically, but our goal is to capture the profits. Now when I said we are weekly bearish as well, I've been mentioning this weekly head and shoulder bearish pattern from last couple of videos. Now that doesn't mean I'm going to sell here, because we are looking for your entries on 4 hour. If we were trading below 50 EMA, in that case I'll start to look for my bearish trades. So why would I sell when the market is trading above 50 EMA? That is not one of my methods. It was trading above 50 EMA and I was only looking to buy this market, but with my entry condition. And that is a good example that was mentioned to my students in the Discord group, and that nicely pushed up, hitting the profits. If you were patient enough, you have taken the full profits already. Now in my public Telegram channel, I've already mentioned that that is not a solid candle to enter your trades, because I've said that once we are close above this candle, close above this pattern with a solid candle, in that case we have a likely signal the price is going to push up from here. Using discretionary style of trading, the close is itself an entry. Take profit would have been hit if you have used 1 to 2 ATR for the target. Now right here, the reason I've said that is not a solid candle, as you can see the screenshots I've already mentioned in my Telegram group, so that you guys won't go for the wrong trades. And if you have not followed me on Telegram, make sure you follow me there, because I sometimes send some important updates. Now, if I use my Fibonacci retracement from the low to the high, right here, the body is over, not above. It's over 382 retracement, means that is an indecision candle. If the body was above 382 retracement, mean that is a bullish candle. That is why I've said it is not a valid candle. It can go either way, above or below. And as you can see, the next candle turns out to be a bearish candle. But instantly we had one more candle, second candle. Now does that look as a solid candle? Yes, it does, because it is a strong body above and below, solid body that close above. If you would have entered right here, go just 1 ATR, 56 points, that would have hit your take profit easily till right here. And if you would have gone 1.2 to 1 or 4 to 1, that would have hit your take profit very easily. That is something we call a solid candle. Even if you have used this candle right here, that also would have hit your 1 to 1 take profit. Now that is something we use in a discretionary style of trading. Since we are now broken out of this triangle pattern I've been mentioning from last couple of weeks, it has finally broken out. Now, in general, if you just ask my bias, I'm expecting a price to at least reach this high. Now, this is something I've already mentioned on my website in market analysis part, moneymarkers.uk. Click on report. I've already mentioned the numbers right here. As you can see, these numbers once we are broken out from these patterns. So that was already sent to you in the report a couple of days ago, and that is something I'm still expecting out of natural gas. Since we are broken above, it is an area till where I'm expecting a price to get to, from where we can see some nice retracement. Now, this is something just my general bias using discretionary style of trading, not one of my entry condition. My entry condition is now, as we are now broken above the previous highs, we are broken above the triangle pattern. If you look here on a daily time frame, we are broken above this triangle pattern as well. Now, at this point, we can either get a pullback, retest of this triangle pattern, followed by bullish engulfer. That is simply one of my buy signal. That is all I'm looking at, and very simple and very easy. No ifs, no buts, exactly same. I've mentioned this trade without ifs, without buts. I've clearly mentioned that that is one of my valid entry condition. If I see a same entry condition right above 50 EMA, I will still go for my long trades. So I'm not selling NATGAS, I'm only buying it as we are above 50 EMA, nice gap in the EMAs, nice breakout candle. All we are looking is to buy natural gas. But again, for the condition, pullback and engulfing candle. That is all we are looking at. The next level from where I want to sell NatGas is right up there. As you can see, these numbers in blue, 4.169 goes up to 4.310 from where I'll be selling this market. That is all we are looking at. If the price opens above in gap, that is totally fine. Expect retracement in golfer, and we are just buying NatGas. If you are open below 50 EMA, in that case, condition will change and I will update you guys accordingly. So keep an eye, only buying but with entry condition. But the first target here and the second target is right here for the price to get to this level from where we're going to take a counter trend trades. Now here on AUDCHF, exactly same. He had a new high that broke above. All we are looking at pullback and engulfing candle, and keep on taking longs till the price get to my next level of major resistance, which is right up there. Very good level that goes to 4.146, goes up to 4.319 from where we are selling natural gas. So I'm not selling NatGas till the price get to this level or till the price falls below 50 EMA, and then we're going to start to sell natural gas. Again, guys, if you're someone looking on a weekly and long term, if the price falls at this level again, only then I will buy natural gas for my double bottom trades. For 4 hours, we are only looking to buy with pullbacks and valid entry condition. If there is no entry condition, I'll stay back and I will wait for the good entry condition. We had a very good example of entry conditions on AUDCHF, and I've just shown you some trades at the start of the video. When there is an entry condition, I just take it. There is no ifs, there is no sideways statements. Simply goes for AUDCHF. We are broken out with a solid green candle. We are good to go for long trades, pullback and engulfing candle. But it must happen above 50 EMA, as you can see. And the level above, which is right here, 4.179, goes to 4.369 from where I'll be selling this market. For now, we are just looking for pullback and engulfing candle to go long. If you're looking here on MCX, nice breakout. With this breakout, now these type of breakout here and NEMEX as well is itself an entry. Exactly say we had here on capital.com. Let's say you have entered at the breakout, that is aggressive entry. Now on NEMEX, if you look here, we are getting a retest. If you entered right here and if you have already entered here, then I would go first 180R, that is 6 points, or 60. That would be my first target. Exactly like this. My second target will be maybe 280R, which is 120 points, or let's go for 100 points and have a better reward to risk ratio. That is 1.6 to 1 reward to risk ratio. So that is something very aggressive entry. It's totally up to you if you want to take it, and do not take my words on it. It is just my opinion, the way I teach and the way I take my trades using discretionary style. So it's totally up to you. It's totally your own decision if you want to enter your trades or not. It's your account, it's your risk management. I won't be responsible for your trades. Now, I would personally go for this style if I want to go for my discretionary style of trading. Same goes with MCX. Entry here, take profit 1 to 1, or you can go 60 points or right here, or you can manage to 100 points. And that is itself an entry, the breakout entry, which I sometimes teach to my students in my live session. So keep an eye on this breakout candle. Expect a further push up out of NatGas till the next level of resistance, which I've already mentioned on NEMEX, on MCX as well, the level above, which is right here. Keep an eye on this level from where we're going to sell this market. Let's move ahead and look at gold. Gold has broken below 50 EMA, and my rule is when the price is below 50 EMA, what I'll be doing, you guessed it right, I will be selling this market, but with condition. With some more momentum, pullback, bearish engulfer, I'm gonna go short using 180R, which is $22 at this point for my stops and targets. That is all I'll be looking at. Pullback, engulfer, and I will go short. Till when? Till the price get to this minor anchor, which is 3253, goes to 265.60, from where expect another bounce. So that is all we are looking at. If you have a fall, pullback, engulfer, we're going to sell. If the price fall directly without giving a pullback, from here you look for bullish engulfers on 1 hour, because that is a minor anchor. You're good to look for your entries on 1 hour, or 4 hour, look for engulfing candle. If we have that, that is a weak signal, because that is a weak level. It's totally up to you if you want to go for these trades or not. So for now, bearish trades till this level, and then we're going to buy with conditions, sell with condition, and buy with conditions. Now I also want to give you a heads up. Gold and silver ratio is now inside a major level of support. Means if there is a bullish signs here, look for this chart as well, and the price start to push up, silver will start to give you strong pullback, and gold might be slow, but silver will follow through the ratio. So that is something you need to look at. It is now at the level of support. That is why keep an eye. If there is a bullish engulfer here at gold and silver charts, then silver will likely to give you a big retracement, and that big retracement can go down to this level that was recently broken, 34.42, goes up to 35, from where you can see another entry condition. Now we are doing silver analysis. Let me show you the clip from a last video so that we can connect the dots from here. So a very strong bullish market. Dollar is going to get weaker. Where is dollar index? Dollar index is pushing down from the resistance that was mentioned. Head and shoulder pattern was formed and it's going to keep on falling, means silver might push up. But in between, we might see a breathers. That pullbacks are the opportunities we need to grab. You see that is an institution candle, Marabuzu candle, no wicks, very small wicks. These are the candle I call institution candle, means we have a big players pumping the money in. So silver is likely going to push up even further, but with the breathers. So be very careful with your risk if you are taking any counter trades. For example, if you have a bearish engulfer, 1 ATR, exit, come out. After this pullback, I'm expecting another push up and break off this level. That is likely, and price is likely going to make new highs here on silver as well. If you use the upper level for someone who's really aggressive, that already hit 50% retracement, take profit 1 can be 786, 1 and 1.618 retracement. So that is something for very aggressive trader. Perfect. So as you can see, using the upper level, if you have someone, we have take profit 1 hit, take profit 2 hit. Now it's totally up to you if you want to exit or if you are managing your trade. The take profit 3 is 1.618 retracement. If you are someone who are using the lower level, the entry is still not triggered. That is 50%, take profit 1, take profit 2, take profit 3 is right here. That is aggressive entry. And if you're someone who's very careful, very conservative for your trades, then that is very simple what you need to look for. You need to look for a pullback back to this level, followed by engulfing candle. If we have that, we are good to go long. No conditions, no entry, or double bottom to go long, or just a pullback above 50 EMA followed by bullish engulfing pattern. That is all we are looking at. Now for silver, the next major level is 36.92, goes to 37.72. Now it is an only area from where I want to take counter trend trades for silver. So we have a likely chance the price will get to this level, but with pullbacks only. So expect a pullback, and these are the entry condition I've just mentioned to you. Take your entries on your own risk according to your trading style. I've already mentioned aggressive, less aggressive, and entry from this zone as well. It is a zone from where I want to look for my bearish condition, like bearish engulfers or double top entry conditions. Finally, we have crude oil has broken out above and now inside a level of major resistance. This is the level from where I want to see either my sell condition. For that, I want to see bearish engulfer exactly like this. If we have that, that is my valid sell signal. If you want to take safe trades, that is double top pattern exactly like this. If we have a double top here, we're gonna go short using 1 ATR, then 1.421 is something I managed to take my counter trend trades. Now here, there is sell condition, but let's say there is no sell condition and price just give you normal retracement. If we have a normal retracement, price forms engulfing candle like this. If we have that, we are gonna buy this market again till we get a sell condition. If there is no sell condition, normal retracement, buy again, exit here, 1 ATR, target a 2 ATR, and then look for your sell condition. Until the price makes another high, we are not buying it again. So for the next buy entry, look for pullback, engulfer, long, exit, look for either double top or bearish engulfer. No double top, no bearish engulfer. Once price make a new high, let's say you have entered here, price push up, break above this high, then we have another pullback, and then we have another engulfer, then we're gonna go long. So I'll keep you guys informed once we have an entry condition. For now, I'm looking for sell and buy both, sell with bearish engulfers or double top, buy with pullback and engulfing candle. So in the end, guys, if you are interested to learn my full trading system, you can go to moneymarkers.uk and we have, click on home, and we have this premium plan where you get standard and standard plus plan for free, where you also get access to my Discord group where I keep you guys informed and stay in touch with you if you are looking for any entries. It's a one-time payment, and that course will give you full understanding of Forex and financial market from basics to the advanced level. One-time investment on you is better to learn something than lose your money in one single trade. At least you're going to get tons of knowledge from this course, and I'm sure you're not going to regret it. Otherwise, it's totally up to you. Make sure you hit the like button for me, subscribe if you're new, so that we can all trade together and trade efficiently. Hope you trade green. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have an awesome weekend. Take care.